My fellow Americans, as I stated before, again and again on television, radio, and newspapers, and on page 89 of my new book, Pat Paulsen for President, we have to step up our conservation efforts before it's too late. We're not protecting our lands and natural resources. You look at the Grand Canyon, for example. Sure, at one time it was a beautiful piece of land, and look how we let it go. Also in my best-selling Pat Paulsen for President book,
hold it, Pat. Hold it. Just what do you think you're doing?
I was just talking to my fellow Americans.
Well, who are you kidding? You're using our show to plug your book.
Well,
it's a cheap trick. It's a cheap, rotten, dirty. It's a cheap trick. You don't see my brother or myself coming out and plugging our new album, the Smothers Brothers Comedy Hour, with all these pictures in a colored fold-out jacket available in a record store at a reasonable price. You don't see us coming around plugging things like that.
Okay, hold it, both of you. This is one of the lowest things I've ever seen you two pull. You, a presidential candidate, and you, my own brother. What do you think this is, a used car lot or something? Hi there, I'm Tom Smothers, so you're a crummy car. You haven't got any taste at all? Now get out. I mean it, get out, both of you. Just get out. Go on. This is the worst case of flagrant commercialism I've ever seen. I mean it. Get out!
It's the Smothers Brothers Comedy Hour with guest stars.
Ladies and gentlemen, the next president of the United States, Patrick L. Paulsen.
Many of you are probably asking, why have I waited so long to choose a running mate? Well, I have no intention of reaching into the political grab bag and grabbing any man as my running mate. I'm going to reach in and grab a woman. Now, I'm not going to flaunt my wife before you, because my wife would be very hard to flaunt. But a female running mate is not as strange as it sounds. In fact, it sounds kind of strange the other way. When we nominate a man and tell him he can have his choice of anybody in the country as his running mate, why does he always pick another man? Even our American folk heroes have traditionally preferred women as their running mates. When Tarzan was looking for a mate to run with, he swung in the bushes until he found Jane. Someone he could really swing with. Historically, the great leaders of other countries have always teamed up with women. Now take the Roman Empire, for example. You never hear people talking about Antony and Brutus. Well, maybe a little talk. But it was Anthony and Cleopatra who made history. In European countries, have you ever heard people drink a toast to the king and prince? No, it's always the king and queen. And the queen is nearly always a woman. I say it is time we restored some glamour to our own White House. The vice presidency is mainly a public relations job, making speeches and goodwill tours, telling everyone what a great guy the president is and what a swell job he's doing. So who would our troops overseas prefer to have for a visit? Miss America or Spyro Agnew? Or who would be the best asset to influence Congress? Joey Heatherton or Edmund Muskie? My vast experience tells me that if I get a woman for a running mate, all... Man's right to go back over something again. My vast experience tells me that if I get a woman for a running mate, all the women of this country will come over to my side, bringing all the men with them. And when we're all together, it'll be pretty crowded and very exciting. Now, it should be obvious why I've waited so long to make my selection. When you have every woman in the country to choose from, it takes a while to narrow down the list. So just remember that behind every great man, there's a woman. And in front of every great woman, there's a man. And if you elect me president, I'll work myself in there somewhere.
A lot of the candidates, if you've been watching, there's been a lot of discussion of Section 315, I think it is, an equal time provision for presidential candidates to have an opportunity to express themselves on television from answers and questions and all kinds of things posed at him. Pat Paulsen has been denied this opportunity. So we'd like to take some moment at this time to open up questions which will reveal his philosophy to the American public and for you people here in the audience to pose some of these questions. Gentleman, young man right on the aisle, right out there.
Who is your running mate?
I don't have a running mate as yet. In fact, I think I want to share it with anybody. I possibly, I'm thinking about a woman. I think I'd like to put my best front forward.
Right here.
Mr. Paulsen, what do you think about foreign aid?
Foreign aid? Well, I think we've got along with it pretty well. We don't need it. We can do it ourselves. Yes, ma'am.
Why do you think that the polls show Nixon running so far ahead at this stage?
Why do the polls show Nixon running so far ahead? I think it's basically because he's in front right now. Personally, I don't have, a lot of people talk about the polls and they make jokes about them, but I know a lot of people are Polish and I think they're all right.
Get that fellow right over here. Young man with the, yes, with the beads on.
If you are elected, I'd like to know, will you protect the constitutional rights of mustaches?
Well, I protect the constitutional rights of mustaches. Not unless I grow one myself. Otherwise, we'll put all the rest of them in camps. Only kidding, of course.
Yes, of course you're kidding.
I'd have to say, let me answer that question rightly. I'd like to say that get right to the point and take note of the fact that the heart of the issue in the final analysis escapes me.
What's the matter?
All righty,
You have a choice.
back here in the back, but you, sir, right over here.
Do you feel, Mr. Paulsen, that when you're elected president, your popularity also will fail you?
My popularity will fail me if I'm elected president? Well, I think I expect that I'll probably get a lot more laughs than the president.
Now, let me push that question. Do you feel that to become a president of the United States, that it necessarily means that you lose the support or the popularity that the people have voted you in? Do you think that's necessary, or do you think
No,
you
it's
can
not
avoid
necessary, but it sure seems to happen a lot.
that? Do you think you can avoid that?
Well, I'd like to give you a straightforward answer on that. I really don't know. I'd like to avoid it. I think I could do the things that are necessary. Let's see. Get that girl? Yes, ma'am.
Don't get her, actually. I know the way you are when you're campaigning.
Yes. How do you know? Over here, yes, ma'am.
Mr. Paulsen, I'd like to know, who are your supporters? In other words, whom do you represent?
Who do I represent? I think I represent the all people like me across the country. The beautiful people. Yes, ma'am.
Well, you said you were looking for a woman running mate. I'd like to volunteer.
You'd like to volunteer as my first lady? I guarantee you wouldn't be my first lady. But you can be my next. Certainly not my last, no. Yes, ma'am. Little girl, yes.
Do you think the voting age should be lowered?
The voting age should be lowered to puberty. And they should lock them up till they're 25. Oh, 18 is the right age. I think when people are about that young, they start to think, and I think it's and they quit about 30. Somewhere around there, they stopped thinking. Yes, the back, sir?
Stevenson had a hole in his shoe. You're showing mismatched socks. Are you going to advocate mismatching socks?
I haven't shown that. People might. Did you see him over here? Kind of a new trend I'm starting, along with honesty in government.
Well, there's a lot of talk about birth control now. What are your views on birth control?
Well, birth control, I think what we should rely on more is self-control.